I never imagined I'd tell this story. Not out loud. Not to anyone. Some moments live better in silence. But this one refuses to stay quiet. He stepped forward just a little. I leaned back until I was against the counter again. He stayed close, but didn't press in. I didn't move. Before we get into it, hit like and subscribe. Now, let's begin. The porch boards were still warm from the day. Amber light streaking across the wood. I hadn't turned the light on yet. Didn't need to. The air still clung to its heat, and the cardboard box on the steps looked harmless enough. He was already crouched by it. Worn boots. Plain white tee. The same easy half grin I'd seen a dozen times before. I crossed my arms, leaning in the doorway, watching him. "Since you're already down there," I said, more teasing than serious. "Mind bringing it in for me?" He looked up, brow raised. Not annoyed. Just curious. Waiting. I didn't explain. Just stepped back, pushing the door open wider. He picked up the box and followed me inside. As he passed, his shoulder brushed mine. Casual, but not careless. The house didn't feel so quiet after that. He stood there holding the parcel, like he didn't quite know where to set it. I nodded toward the living room. He walked ahead, and I followed. Sunlight filtered in, casting the room in gold. He placed the box near the end table, gently, like it meant something. I hovered near the kitchen. "Water?" I asked. "Sure." His voice was steady, unrushed. I felt him watching me as I moved. The hem of my sundress fluttered just above my knees. I leaned forward, opened the fridge. When I turned, he was at the counter. I handed him the glass, our fingers brushing. He drank, then set it down. "Nice place," he said quietly. "Thanks." I leaned back against the counter. "You in a rush today?" He shook his head. "Not unless I need to be." I reached for another glass, my arm brushing his. He didn't move away. His hand rested beside mine. Still, casual. We weren't touching, but we were close. "You always hang around this long?" I asked. "Only when I'm welcome." I didn't pull my hand back. I leaned in slightly. "You haven't overstayed yet." He shifted just a little. His pinky brushed mine. A tiny motion, but I felt it. I looked at him. He hadn't looked away. He lifted his hand and gently took mine in his. No hesitation. Just a quiet motion, his thumb brushing across my skin. Then, almost absent-mindedly, he raised it toward his face, pausing there like he was thinking. He held it a moment, then released. His other hand settled lightly near my waist. I didn't flinch. I touched his chest, then let my hand drop again. He stepped forward a bit. I leaned back into the counter. He didn't press closer. He just stayed nearby, watching, waiting. His body language quiet, deliberate. I asked softly, "Would you mind closing the curtains?" He moved right away. As he crossed the room, I touched the necklace at my throat, grounding myself in the quiet between us. When I turned from the window, I found myself stepping closer. The pendant slipped from my fingers. My hand rose instinctively, settling lightly near his collarbone. Our lips met, not rushed, not uncertain. Just quiet, simple, understood. His hand rose to my shoulder, steady, grounding. I touched his in return. No one moved too much. The quiet held more than words could. His other hand settled behind me, not gripping, just there. Our foreheads met for a second, that pause between moments where everything rests in stillness. When he looked at me again, I knew. He glanced toward the counter, then back. I gave a small nod. That was all he needed. He stepped closer and eased me onto the edge of the counter. The motion was slow. Sure. No questions. No uncertainty. We just understood. My niece brushed his sides. I lifted a hand to his face, drawing his gaze back to mine. Our second kiss was slower, more certain. This time, we both knew what we were doing. What we were saying, without saying it. My hand rested on his shoulder. His stayed near my waist. Present. Unmoving. Like a promise. The hush in the room wasn't empty. It was full of everything we hadn't said, but had felt. He pulled back a little, eyes meeting mine again. I nodded. He helped me down, gently. Still close. Still there. Neither of us backed away. We walked together into the living room, steps soft on the floor. We sat side by side on the couch. Our eyes met again. The moment still there. Still warm. The kiss still lingering. Not hurried. Not wanting more. Just enough. My hand found his shoulder. He leaned in, no urgency. No need to push further. Just being there. Just us. A sound slipped from me, soft and surprised. Like I was only now realizing how deeply I felt it. His hand found mine. Light. Easy. No pressure. Just presence. A quiet promise. The room faded into stillness. I tilted my head back, eyes closed, breathing it in. The nearness.